Our top story tonight, flash flooding around not only New York State, but throughout the Northeast. Some local communities among those flooded out by the hard-charging rain. In fact, a state of emergency for Ontario County still in effect right around 24 hours later. The excess water causing a significant amount of damage along the lakeshore of Canandaigua Lake. You can see the torrent here, overwhelming roadways. We have team coverage of the flooding. Chief Meteorologist Eric Sneidel standing by with what the future holds for residents along the shoreline there. But first, we're going to head out to Canandaigua live. Parts of there devastated by the flash flooding. Alex Love has the report for us on the cleanup process and the damage. Alex.
Well, Adam, a couple of streets are still closed off to through traffic, including West Gibson, which is here where I am, as homeowners are still trying to pump water out of their basements and salvage what they can. They described to us how within just an hour, several feet of water came rushing down the street, engulfing their properties. In just a couple hours, the Stetler family had 5 feet of water rushed into their basement as their home was caught in the path of Sucker Brook, overflowing with rain runoff. As they tried to salvage what they could, emotions ran high.
Pretty much everything's destroyed. We don't have an attic, so that's the accumulation of 34 years living here. I built platforms down there. When we used to get a little bit of water, the platforms were floating. Those
who live on West Gibson are some of more than 600 homes that are in day 2 without power and gas. Homeowners were told they have to have all their basements dry before electricity can safely be restored.
They turned off the power to the neighborhood because everybody's basements was flooding. Now, before the power and the gas can come on, they have to check every house to make sure there's no water and check to make sure there's nothing else that's going to be an issue. So I imagine it's going to be a while.
Meanwhile, the nonprofit Happiness House, where residents were evacuated due to water reaching the bottom of windows at their transition home facility, had the building temporarily condemned by the town due to excessive damage on the inside.
Zion Fellowship Church was working with the town of Canandaigua and the county to be able to get some temporary housing for any individual. There are also some of our individuals in our tea house are with family.
State Emergency Management Services are still on the ground helping local first responders assess the damage to send it to FEMA for help. But the process will take time.
The advice that we can give to residents is to document and keep track of any damage or losses that they have, whether it be for their insurance agents or anybody else.
And Ontario County leaders found out at the Canandaigua airport 5.8 inches of rain fell yesterday within a 3-hour period, and their 911 center received more than 400 emergency calls related to the flash flood between 3:30 in the afternoon and midnight. Live in Canandaigua, Alex Love, News 8.
Truly remarkable numbers there. What a mess in Canandaigua. Alex, thank you for that report. And the American Red Cross of Western New York is currently helping Ontario County residents in this time of need. As noted in Alex's piece, there's a shelter up and running. It's being run by the Zion Fellowship Church in Canandaigua. Meanwhile, Governor Kathy Hochul was in Canandaigua this afternoon. She says the state is assessing the damage in areas affected by the floods and that Ontario County will receive funding once all those receipts are sent in and reviewed. She also thanked local officials, including Ontario County Administrator Chris DeBolt, also Ontario County Sheriff David Serencione, along with the local fire department for their tremendous response to this crisis.
You think about the scale of this event. This is something that people train for, they're ready for, but rarely do they have to activate. But last night, they stepped up, and we talk about the fact that no lives were lost. This could have been a cataclysmic event, but for the response, the coordination at the state, county, and local levels, and I'm grateful to all the first responders who were there for us.
Hochul also said she's been in contact with FEMA, Senator Chuck Schumer, and the White House to get any assistance with FEMA declaration. So now we've seen the damage this system has left behind. The question many of you might be wondering is, was there something following all of this?
Yeah, well, and I think eventually the answer to that is going to be yes. By Wednesday, Thursday, more rain. But for now, for tonight, for tomorrow, we are done. At least most of us are. This was 24-hour rainfall yesterday, just to show you how exclusive this was to a very small area of real estate, particularly on the west and northwest side of Canandaigua. That tiny little bullseye north of 5 inches of rain contrasted with not a single drop that fell in the Rochester area. 5.55 inches of rain, by the way, at the Canandaigua Airport. Just to put that in perspective, this is incredible how much water this is. Over 1 acre, just one single acre. It's over 150,000 gallons of water, which you want to talk about pounds, the weight of that. More than 1 million, in fact, 1.25 million pounds of water per acre that fell within that realm there in Canandaigua. Thankfully today there is nothing. Our area of low pressure now slowly starting to go off to the east. It's taking most of the heavy rain threat with it. Not only is the rainfall gone, look at what I see off to the west. Clearing skies and hopefully a taste of sunshine. There will be more tomorrow. We'll track heat tomorrow, Adam, coming up.
All right, very good. Eric, thank you. We'll see you in just a few minutes. And this flash flooding, a perfect reminder of how helpful the News 8 app can be. Our weather team constantly monitoring and updating. If you don't have it, you can download it for free right to your smartphone.